Now, next up, Geoff Gourley is regarded as one of the world's top 100 social entrepreneurs and innovators. He's founder of the social enterprise accelerator and impact consultancy One10. He sounds awesome, so we wanted to pick his brains, and he is here on Skype now. Geoff, welcome to Startup Daily. Thanks for coming on today.
Hi, thanks for having me. Fantastic introduction. I really appreciate that, and welcome to my home.
Oh, mate, we are thrilled to have you join us. Now, I'm fascinated because you've launched an impact investment fund. So give us your pitch on why investors should be putting their money into social enterprise startups.
Yeah, great question. Look, I think we've seen with COVID and for a long time now that impact investment and doing good in business doesn't just make social and environmental sense, but it actually makes good business sense. And I think family offices, private equity are now looking more to invest in those sort of businesses that can make an impact as well as deliver financial gains. And impact investment is not about sacrificing those financial gains to create a positive social outcome. It's a great thing for people to do.
And can you give us an idea, how exactly does One10 support social enterprise?
Yeah, for sure. So what we found is there's a lot of passionate people out there that want to make a difference, and they typically have a lived experience with a problem, or they have worked firsthand around an issue and they want to turn that into a venture. So they typically come to us when they're quite early stage in that ideation stage. We have a number of programs that are very targeted at the stage that they're at, and we help them on a pathway. So it's not just about giving them support at the start, but every step of the way we want to be there. We want to get them to a point where they're investable. And what that means is that they've got strong business foundations and fundamentals. They have a solution for a problem that actually is a problem that needs addressing. And then we help them be ready to go and speak to investors and attract investment capital into their venture. This generally enables them to hire staff, to do sales and marketing, and to really expand and scale into the market that they want. And we've seen some very, very successful social enterprises and some that have been mentioned more recently, such as Who Gives a Crap. Obviously, social enterprise recently donated $5 million off the back of increased sales of their toilet paper. So there's some fantastic examples of success out there.
They are amazing. I'm thinking of another one today. So thank you. There's some incredible businesses. Do you find that the people that you deal with have a slightly different view of the world to most of the entrepreneurs that are out there?
Absolutely, and thanks for mentioning Thank You. I mean, look, they're one of my favourite social enterprises of all time. The founders are amazing people, and they really changed and took on corporate with a social enterprise vision. Typically, yes, we find that people that are starting social enterprises or addressing social innovation are people that have a deep passion for solving problems, that they want to give back, but they also see the opportunity to use their skill set to create some social or environmental good. Not all of the time do they have all of the skills to be able to run a successful venture. And really that's where we come into play, is we look at what's strong with that individual founder or the team, and then we look at how can we strengthen those weaknesses and really support them to be the best that they can be. And what's important for us is that a social venture, different to a not-for-profit, is that we really put a strong emphasis on financial sustainability, that these businesses need to be able to make money, they need to be sustainable, whilst also living their purpose and making an impact, and measuring that impact is critically important as well. And that example of Thank You is definitely a company that fits that vein.
Geoff, we're checking in with all of our friends down south. How are you going down there? And tell us, have you seen people in this space who've really started to come to the fore and wanted to make a difference as people are dealing with the issues that lockdown has imposed on Victoria?
Yeah, it's really interesting being here in Williamstown, in lockdown again. The first time we went into lockdown, we actually created a virtual platform with some support from a City of Melbourne grant that we received. And we're so grateful for that because it enabled us to deliver our services virtually online to customers around the country. Like everyone, we definitely saw a reduction in those people coming through programs. But having said that, we've been getting contacted more recently of people that are looking at solutions that address problems related to COVID, which is fantastic to see. And in fact, myself with a partner, Adam, we actually created our own startup during lockdown called Giveaway, which is really providing a digital giving platform for the cashless society, because you probably know not many people are out and about, and certainly cash has reduced now to less than 10% of transactions are cash. So those people that rely on those cash donations and buskers and performers and those sort of people, we just don't carry cash anymore. So yeah, we've done it ourselves, and there's plenty of other people out there looking at really innovative, impactful ventures off the back of COVID, which is fantastic to see.
That sounds like a great initiative. Tell us about the growth plans for 110. Are you starting to look a little bit further afield? Any plans overseas?
Yeah, I think what's really happened off the back of COVID, it forced us to think differently. And so by launching a virtual platform, it's really enabled us now to service clients in different geographies. So we're looking initially at rural and regional communities, and being from the country myself, I'm really passionate about helping give people living in those areas equal access to the education and the opportunities that people in the city have. Interestingly, going through my Google stats the other day, around 30% of our traction is now coming out of the US, India, the UK. UK have been they've been leaders in social enterprise for quite some time. So there's definitely an opportunity there for us to expand. We've also just entered into a partnership with a Singaporean-based company, and we're looking to develop a new program empowering female founders in Singapore, Thailand, and Australia. And that's really helping them become social entrepreneurs, start businesses in areas that respond to COVID as well. So, yeah, it's something exciting. We've certainly not taken the foot off the pedal during COVID. If anything, we've been more productive and really ramped up our activities.
I love the fact that you led by example by also launching a startup in the middle of all of this, mate. Just fantastic. Anyone who's interested, they can jump on one10.com.au. There's even a simple application form to fill out. I think Bella's off on the side. She's always happy to have a chat with anyone who jumps on the site. Really appreciate you having you on the show today, and thanks for your time.
Fantastic. Thanks, guys. Really enjoyed it, and appreciate the work that Startup Daily does. Well done.
Cheers.
Thanks, Geoff.